South Central College has opened up scholarship applications courtesy of a music legend. The Metallica Scholars Initiative is an effort from the iconic band to extend scholarship opportunities through their All Within My Hands Foundation. South Central College has been selected as the recipient of these scholarships for the 4th year and is the only Minnesota college to be selected. More than 20 students enrolled in carpentry, phlebotomy, machine tool technology, mechatronics, and welding will receive $190,000 worth of scholarships.
If they've been out of school for a while, maybe feeling uncertain if they want to do this, and also concerned about the finances of how this might work. So this scholarship really is intended to support students to be able to pursue what they might have been thinking about doing but feeling uncertain, especially about the financial piece.
Students must apply for the scholarship to be considered. The priority application deadline is August the 10th.